Okay, it shows that we're live.
Are we live?
I don't know. I think so. I don't know if we have any viewers yet, so we'll have to see.
No, I'm sure we have no viewers because they don't expect us to be on yet.
That's what makes us so exciting, Skeeter. We're kind of like,
I know. It's like we're the worst pirates ever.
it's true. We are.
I just got a notification that it was going live, but I
All
can't
right.
see it yet.
When they do the replay of this, they see how dumb we look at the beginning. That's the best part.
Oh, that is not a surprise to anyone who spent 5 minutes with us.
So very
Yeah,
true, Skeeter Green.
it's not so much that we look stupid, it's that we are stupid.
Yeah, that's exactly true.
Yay! DM Liz and
Whoa.
Step Jennifer are watching us.
Stabby Jennifer yeah, that was earlier freaky out. But anyway,
I'm going to wait till we have a few more viewers and then say what a wonderful human being DM Liz is.
oh, she actually is a wonderful human being, so I can
But
start.
I want to get some more peeps on here so she hears
Saying
me.
that lost us a viewer.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Probably
You're
her.
the horse you put in on.
Oh man. So we're just back from Gary Con. I am back from Gary Con.
You're
Skeeter's
back.
back from wishing he was at Gary Con.
Yeah, I'm back to wishing.
It wasn't the same without you, Skeeter.
Well, on that front, next year there's a possibility that I will be there at least for Friday and Saturday.
You should make it if you
I
can.
have, I
I
have
mean,
some other commitments
even
around that time period.
Luke asked about you. So
Oh, you shut your mouth. He did not.
yeah, you did. So
Oh, Luke is one of my favorite people, and the reason I've told this story before, the reason Luke is one of my favorite people is because growing up, he's about the same age as me. So I used to read all the Dragon magazine articles about this guy Luke Gygax that got to be part of the game and all this stuff, and is so wrapped up in the history. And when you and I, the first time we went to GaryCon and we set up the booth, and Luke came walking around and shook our hands and introduced himself to us and knew who we were. I thought, that's super fucking cool.
it is cool. He's a really cool guy.
The
I'm a
fact
big
that
fan.
you would know the names of the people who are there, I mean, it seems pretty obvious that like a decent person would do that, but a lot of conventions are not that way. And that blew my mind.
No,
Other than the fact that he's been serving the country for
yeah,
20 plus years, and thank you for your service, everyone who does that.
he's a top-notch dude.
Yeah, just great guy. And after our stellar lunch meeting, the fact that he will flip me the double birds has a warm spot in my heart.
Well,
I got you, Luke.
there's one of those things where you can always be grateful that people speak to you at your level.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
no, and no, that's actually a great point. Luke is a gamer,
Yeah.
and he's one of the guys. And every time I've spoken to anybody in the Gygax family, I haven't talked to all of them, but they've all been very pleasant, very nice people. And they're gaming royalty. They really don't have to be. They could be assholes if they wanted to be.
No, it's all
There's
true.
nothing, but very, very sweet family, very, very wonderful. So thank you, Gygaxes.
So, we are here. We have looks like we have 4 viewers because we have absolutely no schedule that we keep. We used to pretend we had one, didn't we?
You need to have a cutoff button for me, so I will not just ramble on.
No,
about
why
shit.
not? I personally feel that you're saying that's the most coherent thing you've said to me all month.
That's not a lie.
So, since Skeeter wasn't at GaryCon, and I was, um, I spent some money. And
Because
what did
Tom Tullis would have let me come to GaryCon.
I hear bad things about him.
He is fulfilling his Kickstarter,
My wife called him a bad name today.
which is awesome. He is an excellent businessman and knows how to treat his customers.
True.
Unlike some people who have recently got a C&D about their Kickstarter,
You
which
know,
I just have to laugh about it. I don't want to be a dick, but I kind of got to be me.
I hope he's in the chat.
Not yet. But
Dun, dun,
I'm
dun.
gonna get a bunch of instant messages going, "Oh no, you didn't."
Oh yes, you did. Yeah,
Oh hell yeah, I
we
did.
can't name his name. We'll call him AppleCon.
Yeah, yeah. The guy who just had a Kickstarter. Holy shit!
Ow!
Yeah. No, the guy who just got a CMD to close his Kickstarter decides he wants to run a convention. I don't see any red flags with this at all.
Not one.
And and to be 100% honest, I am just busting his balls because he's a good dude. So
And well, Watsy did
please
too.
please go to AppleCon. It's going to be very cool.
No, Lloyd's a good guy. And he loves Watsy. Anyway,
I don't love him.
well, maybe they do. Anyway, so if you're
It
watching the
could be.
chat, in case there's any questions about this giant pile of stuff I bought, I mean, big pile of stuff. I don't want anybody to be jealous or try to have my wife sell my stuff, but it's a big pile of stuff. So I thought I'd go over some of my purchases where I was at GaryCon.
Yeah, no, please
Some of them
do.
I know very little about, and I actually relied on the expertise of someone who has even more money and less ability to spend, not spend it. Bill Webb, he stood with
Oh
me.
Jesus, I was going to say Bill Meinhardt,
Yeah,
but
no, see, Weinhardt knows how to spend money judiciously. Bill Webb knows how to spend money just for fun. There's a big difference.
like lighting it on fire.
Almost, and that brings me to what I bought.
All right, let's do
The
this.
best part about it is that some of these I don't know much about, but we're gonna open up, and take a look. So the first one is the Trap Manual. I don't know the date.
Hold on. There is a very important question in the chat right now, and I'm not going to say who asked the question, but the answer is, I'm sure Zach has some kind of blackmail information on her that she can't allow to get out. That's how they're still married.
Well, actually, she has a PO.
Oh, wow.
See, that's what
All
it
right. Yeah, I like the fact that you keep twitching to the one
is.
side.
Yeah, I know, because I'm looking. Well, wouldn't
Do you
you?
really want to see it coming? You want to see
Anyway,
it coming, or you just want to be surprised?
you know, that's a good
Okay.
question.
Anyway,
Later on,
the trap.
yeah. The Trap Manual. I don't even know. It says question mark Varanai. I don't even know what that means, and so therefore, I'm assuming it could be the author. 1979, near mint. I'm going to open it up because it's near mint. Watch this. Ready?
Oh,
Open.
wow! And because I know how to back a winning horse, Southwest Gen has said all of these items are for sale. Just contact her.
Please contact Southwest Gen and
Yes.
her PO.
Hey, that's cool.
This is digest size. The Trap Manual.
Very nice.
Ooh, I actually like the old school. That is zero edition stuff art. I like it. So it's even
That.
zero edition
Hey,
art. Kind of.
hey.
Hey, honest. Hey, it's signed.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Hey, it's signed by the author.
What's going on there, Zach?
I'm not going to describe it. And then it's stamped by the author. It has a PO box in it, but they replaced the PO box there was with an actual new one.
Nice.
I think I might write them.
I would like to also say in the chat, Mr. Jim Miller put a bid in for probably the entire stack of items, and he bids like we do.
Oh, really?
So
Jerk bid.
I'm going to, Jim Stanton overbid. I was going to bid $5.
Well,
$2
if their bid gets as much as I paid for this stack, I might consider it. Anyway, so
we are surrounded by our people.
We are surrounded by our people. That's certainly true. So the Trap Manual. This is one I was not familiar with. The Bill Webb said I had to own. Once again, look, I better censor that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. So anyway, no staple rust or very light.
Nice. It looks like it's in great condition.
It is. It's near mint. It says.
The art is sort of banana pants crazy, but
I like it.
I mean,
and there's a graveyard. It looks like someone beat Rapid Athlete to the punch, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I
very nice.
That's
very nice. 1979 near mint.
Yeah.
I paid $1.50 for that. $1.50.
Really?
No, but I'm not saying what I was on the screen. Someone could say.
All right. Yeah. Was the sticker on it how much you paid for it? Yeah. Wow. You are going to get stabbed right in the ear.
That's probably.
Oh, Liz. Well done. Well done.
Jeff D's Village of Vigilantes by Fantasy Games Unlimited. It's the box that says it's very good. Contents are fine. I believe it. It's pretty nice. A little bit of a cupping on the box itself, so you like I can see a little bit of. I don't know if you could tell. Anyway, nice color, no breakage. Inside we have the books, comic books. It's got the return card. It's got the description. Oh
Because I
boy,
can feel,
look at
no,
that.
because I can feel the last stirrings of respect moving slightly in my body, I am going to just allow you to take the floor on all commentary for this game.
I don't know much about it except the fact that it was. I think it was the first superhero game, and I think that it has had been redone. We both know the author, um,
Yep.
and I haven't seen the new one. I know that Mike Battalato bought a copy of this at Game Hole, and it had a letter in there from Jeff D to the person who owned the box set, who asked us questions for rules. And then we saw Jeff D immediately after that, and we told Jeff about
Really?
it. And Jeff said to Mike, he goes, "Was I being an asshole in that letter? Was I just like normal, or was I being nice?" And Mike goes, "You were being one nice." He goes, must have been a weird day or something. I was like, "Well, that's self-awareness 1,000." So, we got here. Oh, it's got a screen, black and white screen. I like it. So nice. I'm pleased. I actually didn't have this, and the price was really good. So
Okay.
I'm going to put that one away. I'm excited
I
about
hope
this.
I hope you enjoy that box set.
I hope I do too. I have a feeling that you're going to get me in trouble. So
I'm
next,
I'm I'm gonna be kind and not say a fucking word.
that's nice of you.
Yeah.
Castle Thrax.
All right.
I was actually someone asked me a question about this when I posted this from GaryCon, and the question was, does it have the errata sheets? And the answer is no. Sadly, no. But
Well,
it's a early print. It's Spellbinder Games. It reminds me of the older Judges Guild stuff and the way it was printed, though the paper's a little bit nicer.
we have a clarification from the chat room
Good.
that was not the first superhero game.
Okay.
First superhero game is Superhero 2044 in 1977.
Never even heard of it, so therefore it's the first one I ever heard of. So I'm
That
almost right.
that brought to us by our resident Mad Mage.
Excellent. Excellent. He would know. He knows
He would
superhero
know.
games.
He is the foremost authority that I know of.
I'm totally in agreement. So it has the Judges Guild look. So
Yep.
this one actually has a font you can read. And
Yeah,
so
typewriter.
stop.
Which is funny
Stop.
because I just downloaded a typewriter font for my next book, which is going to be a Call of Cthulhu scenario.
I'm amused, right?
Why is it upside down?
Because it is upside down. It's like
I know
about
that.
the stop that's the secret to the end. Spoilers.
Aha.
All right. Yeah, this one it says
Clever.
this is like a game store actually, or a game they sell like Call of Cthulhu and Car Wars in the back here. Nice. So the
Yeah.
Spellbinder Games must have had a retail front end. A Dungeon Masterless adventure. Nice. See right there. Dungeon Masterless. Why are you looking so suspicious?
Show the credits page of that.
Yes.
Oh, it's Spellbinders Games.
Yes.
Is that what it is? Okay. Because Spellbinder Games, I believe, was an author that had some history with Necromancer Games,
Yeah.
and
Well,
not in a good way.
it's
So that
funny you mentioned Necromancer Games because pretty soon I have some of those coming up.
Oh,
Ah,
indeed.
Fluffy Quest. This one made me
Excuse
famous
me?
with John Peterson, who you had your moment when Luke you shook your hand and said your name. John Peterson came up to me and did the same thing because I had posted this on Facebook. This
Really?
is Fluffy Quest. See, there's Fluffy. There's a guy who looks like he stole Fluffy. No, it's
I have so many
signed.
comments.
Nice. Rick Reed and Generic Role Playing Adventures for Systems. Bad Dog Publications. That could have been your name of your company.
Hey,
Bad
now.
Dog. Yeah.
Should have.
Yep. So looks like, yeah.
What's the vintage on this, sir?
This vintage is just says Bad Dog Publications, and I think it's 1984.
Look at the credits page.
I'm looking.
I'll tell you on that.
Fluffy Quest, spring of 81, says here. Fluffy Quest was born in the spring of
Okay.
81, and I'm just betting, I'm pretty sure this is 1983 or 4. All right. I hope you enjoy reading and playing Fluffy Quest. If you have any comments, please contact Rick Reed, the guy who signed it here on the front page.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was signed. That's nice of him.
So is this like a dog role-playing game or something?
No, it's a you can play with any system. It's got breathing flowers and pink dragons. The pink dragon has stats here. Granny Wolf. Think Pink, man. These guys were early. These guys were woke early, dude. Think Pink was there early, dude. I think it's awesome. I appreciate that. See?
There is a statement in the chat room that I wish to address.
Yes.
Mr. Spawn, I did not call my company Maximum Effort Games because I'm not putting a maximum effort into them.
So Fluffy has an epilogue.
Gotta keep it real.
Gotta keep it real. Revised magic, spells, blandness.
Although I am wearing my Deadpool shirt.
Oh, there you go. All right, so that's Fluffy Quest. I think it's very cool. Oh, these are different kinds of characters. Scoundrel. I know, you know it. He has Elvis boots. Seriously, Elvis boots.
Okay, so what does that do? Is that
when worn, these boots double the movement for any physical action and double the wearer's sex appeal? I'm dead serious.
That is Elvis boots.
A rope of clinging, and then it will holds every surface but flesh. Huh. Lightning bug dagger. +1 sword, +3 against amphibians. Don't tell Bill. A ring of rejection. There you go, dude.
You wear it on your middle finger?
I got one right here.
Oh!
This is awesome. John Peters has said this was great. I was excited. Bill pointed this out, so it's pretty rare. I am pleased to own it. So a generic adventure for fantasy role-playing games. This is the kind of thing I'd like to run like in Texas. I would like to run Fluffy Quest, man.
Do you know about that one?
Fluffy Quest? Not much.
No. That the camera is on right now?
Yes, I do.
You know the story about that?
We're not going to talk about the story, except the fact I didn't own this.
Okay. Yeah, you may want to just put that one away.
But I didn't own it. Yep. This is one I didn't have. Hard to get. K6.
Because it was not heavily promoted.
Not at all. For reasons of author problems. But
yes.
Chaos Rising. I actually was able to get all but one of the Necromancer modules that I did not own. Why do I collect 3.5 modules? I don't even play 3.5 and collect no 3.5. But Necromancer games, I understand. Because I have to deal with those all the time. So I collect them now.
So I have one of the, oh God, what is it?
Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skull. But I wrote in it. This is when I didn't give a shit. So I was using it at the table, and I wrote in it because I was using it to game. Now, if I had it in pristine shape,
I've had to be sorry for I had to remove Skeeter from this chat because
I am now gone.
You wrote it a Crystal Skull. I could reach out and sorry.
Yeah, no, I had to stand in the corner for a minute.
All right, so Chaos Rising, I did not have. I don't know a whole lot about it except that we're about to redo that one, I believe.
Jim Kalura wrote that.
Yep, he did. And then a copy of the Tower of Jetafar, which is we are redoing this soon.
Amateur.
Yeah, well known punk ass Casey Gustafson.
Yeah, no, that is actually very underrated. I liked that one.
No, I actually like it. In fact, Edwin turned in the 5e version today, and I just passed it over to the layout guy. So,
yeah.
And
the layout guy.
Well, actually,
not even going to name him.
Jim Pinto.
Oh.
Because Chuck is extraordinarily busy.
You don't have to name Pinto. He actually doesn't live that far away from me.
Yeah, I know, but he's also a real curmudgeon. The two of you together would cause the universe to
collapse. Never met him.
Really?
Yeah,
I like him.
You can't have that You can't have that much fucker in a close
Yeah, not no
proximity.
no. It's kind of like a black hole. Should be
Yeah,
great.
it would screw up the space-time continuum.
Coils of Set. Another Necromancer Games module. I don't know who Ryan Henry is. Do you? Have you met him?
I have not met him, but I think we have talked or not. Now I don't know.
Okay. Well, Coils of Set, I actually like it. I like the cover art too.
Yeah, no, the cover is awesome.
Book of Faith. Book of Paith.
What the fuck?
It's Book of Paith, the AD&D competition from Mass Confusion 1984. It is the tournament module. So let's take a look.
Okay, I am confused. Is that a typo or not?
Wow, it would be awesome if it was, wouldn't it?
That would be fantastic.
It would be. I would like.
All these years, I thought that was an F.
All right. Nope. Paith. The Book of Paith
Sweet.
by Robert Jennings. It is a pretty typical tournament module style. It's got looks like a hand-drawn map that I actually appreciate a lot. I think that's cool. Nice. I actually, before I read this one, I love reading these. I don't read, a lot of stuff I get, I don't have time to read or anything else, but I absolutely adore this kind of
These
stuff.
modules, kind of these oddball ones, when you go through them now with the benefit of having 20 years and looking at these, there are certain things in these that are incredibly creative.
And and you can notice when it's way ahead of its time.
Right.
And sometimes you see ones that honestly deserved exactly the publishing quality they got.
So,
but this one looks cool already.
Looking at this right now, looking at that book and looking at that cover, if you had, say, Adrian redo that cover with some winged creature and a lich on its back, how awesome would that look?
It would look awesome. And if you and honestly, I have a feeling if you redid this entire thing, it would make an awesome adventure that you could sell quickly. It would be fun. It would be 8-page, 12-page spreads. I think it'd be awesome.
Hey, you think if I stole that completely and changed one letter in the title that I could kickstart that?
Ask Lloyd.
Oh, too soon? Okay. My bad. That one's on me. Sorry.
I'll put this away. Oh boy, we are not nice people.
I am literally the worst of the two people in this chat.
I'm not arguing with you. No arguments for me. So that's a Book of Paith.
No, that looks cool. I will try to steal that from you at some point.
Well, you have to come to Arizona first. All right. Family Affair.
Why?
Another one of the Necromancer Games ones I did not have. And I think that's one I paid the most for, too. $13, man.
It has a weird tentacle beast on it. It's Lovecraftian horror.
Isn't it all?
God, I'm so done with that description.
I know you are. It's okay. You know who else has done that? Was Guppy. I saw that one day. So, Vampires and Liches. Who does not like Vampires and Liches? Seriously.
Meh. No, I'm kidding. That is a...
that's Ravenloftian horror. That's so done.
That is a cornerstone of Necromancer games, and a lot of lore from the Lost Lands is built off of that book.
Yeah, check it out, dude. It's got two of the worst scoundrels ever on it, dude, that wrote.
I know. The criminal element is heavy in the writing.
The criminal element is heavy in that one. Boom, what do we got here? This.
Is that a spiral?
It's a spiral bound notebook for you at school.
Shit me. That is great.
Yeah, look, there's 18 sheets removed, otherwise no writing. It's the Dungeons & Dragons subject book. 1981.
That's great. They should start bringing that stuff back.
I know. I tell you, dude, I need...
It would be for 5th edition, but really, who cares?
If Bad Lotta would ever actually, get around to doing the job that he's not ever going to do, I have the Shrinky Dinks and the other ones.
He hasn't sent those to you?
No, not yet, no.
just get another piece of luggage and take them back.
I will.
Fly back from Texas.
Cards of Power. The Companions are one of my favorite, if not my favorite, third-party company from the early days that was writing material, and I actually think Street of Gems is one of the most awesome things I ever bought that Tom Wilson could not afford.
I don't know anything about that.
The Street of Gems?
Yeah.
It could never be redone. It's about child slavery. It's like really dark. It was talking about stuff ahead of its time in terms of like in terms of content and gameplay and character
Really?
decision making.
Child slavery? Like in A Matter of Faith that somebody redid recently
Well, except the
or
child
wrote
slavery here was
recently?
picking them up. The gems were on the streets, and they're picking them up as toddlers and stuff. I mean, it's really, really. I could see Necromancer games have redone in the 2000s. You couldn't do it now. I don't think.
You mean like Frog God Games with the clown abducting children?
No, 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 not that one. Who would do
No,
that?
I don't know.
I'm not trying. I don't want to bring attention to that kind of modern stuff, Skeeter, because then I might get in trouble. Shut up, you.
Oh, yeah, my
So anyway,
bad.
cards of power. They're cut out cards will never cut out. I believe that's original shrink. So
Man, that is. I honestly thought you were going to open that right up, and I was just like,
only if Meinhardt's in the audience, and I doubt he is.
well, if Alex wasn't on a plane right now, he would probably have a seizure with even the idea of that.
He might. I don't want a seizure. I actually like Alex. So, Apothecary,
Yeah,
Street of Dreams. This is Little Shops of Potions, Book 2 by Bob Liddell, and there's no dates on it. But
I really like the simple cover on that.
no, I do too because you know what? I wasn't even sure what it was, but when I read this, the top part of it, it became pretty obvious. I think that I love potion books and such. It's got to be somewhat rare because it was of the prices. It was $25. So let's see. Let's take a look.
Are you opening that in shrink?
It's not in shrink, man.
What is that?
That's a collector sleeve, man.
Oh,
But
God, you're
it's.
freaking me out.
I know. I'm sorry. That is really. I don't think it's ever been opened, so I'm going to open it real careful. So, what's the year on this? 1990. Bob Liddell. All rights reserved. The game with a little bit of Grimm inside. It says. All right.
Oh my God.
Ah, she did again. That hurt. What if I had backed up? You'd have felt bad if I got my head. See, she'd have felt bad if I actually got injured. That was sharp.
I don't think she would.
No, I'm not sure either. So anyway, so it looks like it's got some fiction and then some different types of potions throughout it. Beggar's Tea.
Cool.
Got Beggar's Tea. The Gender Bender. See, you know what?
I
This was also
I
ahead of its time.
I kind of think Beggar's Tea is urine.
It could be. Is it?
I don't know, but I think so.
Cheap price tag with Panhandler's Penchant for unusual properties. Effects Beggar's Tea. Mixing agents none.
Oh no, I got confused. That's Beggar's Tea bag.
Oh, okay, okay.
My
Okay.
bad.
Gender Bender, Weremorph Capture, and then more tales. So some fiction and some various monsters and such.
I have to
Nice.
say, Tom, I'm tempted.
To do what?
Remove clothing.
Don't do that.
You want to see how fast we can go from 8 viewers to 0?
No. The Armory character sheets. These are in shrink, and I will not open these. These are 50 sheets to a pack from the Armory. It's back in the day. Back cover shows you a sample of the sheets, so you too can go absolutely blind trying to use that character sheet.
Wow. You know,
It says 2/3 of
so-
actual size. That's front and back, so I guess that's not fair. So
you know, with today's technology, you could scan that, and then you could make as many character sheets as you wanted.
you could. You know, I think that it's sad. I bought the character sheets from Wizards of the Coast knowing I could do that. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
that's sad.
I remember buying boxes and boxes, or books and books and books of character sheets, and then going, shit, I can just take them to a Xerox machine.
Well, I remember they come in orange, so you couldn't Xerox them.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure, kind. I love Harn. I love Harn because of the maps. I think Harn's is a hoot. It's a good time. It's like Traveler. I think you can die during character creation or really close and like.
I am not super familiar with it, but the art is very medieval looking.
It is, and the
like,
maps. I think it's Robin Crosby was his name. He made wonderful maps. Really, really realistic and detailed. He believed in simulation as much as role playing, and so like one wound would like get you like all kinds of you would start like festering and all those tables for how you're gonna die.
I'm wondering if these are guys that were heavily into SCA that made games as well, so they made it more realistic.
I'm gonna guess that, and also the combination of that and war games, historical wargaming. This was kind of like that's where they would come from. So,
Well, I think Doug Cole does that to a certain extent because he's an actual legit fighter. I
I believe
mean,
that.
he does his uh, Norse martial arts, the axe and shield. He builds shields. The dude is no bullshit. I
Oh, I know
mean,
he's not.
if somebody says something about this is the way Vikings fight, it would be like, all right, Doug said it, so it is so.
And then I have that.
Oh, wow. You have a douche nozzle business card. Are they alive? I
Brian
don't
is.
know.
Brian's alive.
Oh, is he?
Yep. There's
Hmm.
more. I actually have more stuff, but I'm not going to bust it out now. Will you do it next time? I have the other half of what I bought. So
Sweet.
sweet. So
All right. Well,
uh,
let's talk about your experience at
yeah.
GaryCon.
I'll tell you what. I really had a good time. I was really busy again. I felt that it was friendlier than I expected. In terms of like for all the turmoil and trouble and complaining parts about boycotting and everything else, apparently anybody who boycotted wasn't anybody who was missed. I'm sorry, I hate to say
Oh,
it.
oh,
It was a
okay.
good time.
So anybody who boycotted, you didn't see there,
No,
like
the
the
whole
definition of a
no,
boycott.
the whole crowd was great. There was no issues with
Uh,
anybody. Everybody had a good time. It honestly,
Nobody's boycotting.
oh,
That's just Stacy's bullshit of trying to get some attention.
anyway, it was went really well, and the we our booth at Frog God went well. I met oh gosh, Steve Jackson was there the first time I think at GaryCon. He gave Mike Ballato
Oh,
one of the review boxes of the Fantasy Trip and Legacy Edition, and it is the second time
fuck
I've seen
that
it,
guy.
and it was the beautiful box.
Lotto.
Ballato, yeah, I know, and I know
Yeah.
you didn't mean Steve
Yep.
Jackson.
No, God, no.
No,
I want to clarify
he
that for universe
it
stuff.
freaks me out now though because he comes by the booth right where I'm sitting, and I'm just sitting like Sunday morning, like, and he comes sits down. And says, so how you doing, Zach? I'm turning around looking. Oh my God, it's Steve Jackson. He made Ogre.
Yeah. So I think it was it Gamehole? Was he at Gamehole?
Yeah. Yes. No. Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
I okay. He was at a convention that I remember, and he's just walking around, and I'm looking like that's Steve Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny.
All right.
I was thinking about it the other day because Philip Reed, who I really admire,
Yeah.
is the CEO of
Yeah.
Steve Jackson Games. And I went on Steve
Right.
Jackson's business card to say Steve Jackson Games, Steve Jackson, comma Steve Jackson is his title.
I am the Steve Jackson
Of
of
Steve
Steve
Jackson
Jackson.
Games.
That would be awesome.
No, he's a
And
great guy.
I still have this weird thing when I meet people like that from, names that I read in the 70s and Dungeon and all
Yeah.
through the 80s. And now I can actually see them. I'm like, oh my God, that's so and so. Yeah, I can't bug them. I can't go up and talk to them and say hello or like, I really appreciate your games because I always think, oh, you're busy.
I do it. I do it anyway. No, but I admire Steve Jackson
Never
Games a
good.
lot for the fact that he not only did like the fantasy trip way back when, and Melee Wizard, he did Ogre for the early on, and he did like games like Frag just recently, right? These really awesome board games that are like he is just an amazing designer. So I was always
Have
impressed.
they made a million games? It seems
It
like
seems
every
well if you
time I
count
see a
every
game,
Munchkin card, probably.
yeah, every time I see something, it's like Steve Jackson Games. I'm like, these guys are living the dream.
Yeah, they're
They're
legit,
just
man.
making games.
They are making good ones too. Car Wars is
Yeah.
coming soon to Kickstarter, I think so. And then other than that, like at GaryCon, I had a panel with Ian and Rocky and Alyssa, and I felt like I had the
I
least amount to
really
add of
wish I
anybody.
has that been uploaded?
I don't
Is
know. I
there a
know
video?
some of the ones got uploaded to the WotC site. We aren't going to get uploaded to the WotC site because I was in it. But the we also did Alyssa's panel when I was a member of and watched. You should have gone to GaryCon just for that because I've never seen anybody teach mapping and make me so angry at how great she was and how great I'll never be in my whole life. It was
Yeah,
something.
isn't it awesome when somebody like that makes you feel even more like shit
Yeah, it's
about
like
what you can
I could be worse, but I doubt it.
yeah, and that's the thing is Alyssa is very, very good at what she does, and she can make people feel very stupid easily. But she's so nice. It's like,
Don't get on our
can
bad
you at
side.
least like,
That's my
yeah,
recommendation.
call me an asshole or something while you're doing this to do
That's
it.
what
Stop
Jack
being
Cole does,
nice.
dude. That's Jack's role. Jack's role is to call you bad names, dude. It's funny.
Jack is the hero we deserve.
I know. I had I kid this morning. It posted up my Facebook feed that you've been friends with Jack Cole for 6 years. I'm like, I have nothing bad to say about him. I can't even make fun. I'm like, I guess I have to be suspicious because he's so damn nice. But it's like he's probably one of the nicest people I've met in gaming. So, anyway,
Yeah.
um, I know that you promised Northwest Gen that you would go and be somewhere about. So I think we're going to call this one for the time being, and then we will see you again next week. One more time before Skeeter hops to Costa Rica, and so it'll probably be a couple more weeks till we get on again. But I'll have plenty of new
Yeah,
things.
how weird would it be if I get trapped in a jungle or go down in a plane or something, and that is the last
You're not
goddamn
going
Zach
that
we
way.
have
No,
down there.
it's going to be the spiders with urine acid that'll get you.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
And then
Actually, everybody at work has decided I will perish because of a shark that spits poisonous spiders.
with laser beams.
Yeah, well, the sharks have the laser beams so
Uh,
they can sight
oh, so
in.
it's a laser sight. Oh, I
Yeah,
see. And then it spit the spider
there'll be
at
a
me.
little
Okay.
red dot on my chest, and then a shark, and then fucking
We could do a
poisonous
whole
spider.
show about possible endings for you, and they could all be pretty interesting. So, anyway, thank you everybody, and have a good time. By the way, although we're not on his channel right now, has Douglas Cole on YouTube Live. And if you're looking for something to watch that's really interesting, Douglas Cole and Matt are both way more interesting than both Skeeter or I, and both of us
Uh,
combined.
Matt is doing his 5 DM tips from Doug, so that's why they are talking, and it is absolutely worth a view. I saw a little bit of it before this show, and Matt also has a video about his Kickstarter with some other jackalope and actual Ian
I can't believe you
Lovecraft
called. Oh, I was going to say you can't believe you
who
called
has
Ian
some
Lovecraft
talent.
that.
No, I was giving talent where it's due,
Yeah, no.
and that was not in your seat.
No, I although involved with that pretty heavily, I am not doing any of the talent side of it. No,
No,
that's the
didn't you
Hobgoblin
request a
City of the
drum?
Hobgoblin King. It's on Kickstarter right now. It's for 3D print files. It's great. We also have the Lost Lands by Frog God Games on Kickstarter. It's coming towards the close, but it's coming really heavy towards the close with some surprises at the end, including an island full of angry apes. Thank you, Ken Spencer, and you'll hear more about that as that.